All right then. Back down to earth with a bump, eh? Yeah. As odd as it might sound, you can sum up that game, which we lost 3-0 this afternoon, in 2 incidents. First one was something we can do nothing about, and that was the coin toss. Now, once we lose it and we kick towards the cold blow in the first half, we never, ever do well. And as soon as I saw us lining up that way, I knew this was going to be an uphill struggle, because we build up momentum in the second half, and doing that, kicking towards the opposition's fans, as many as they had as well, Borough, I said they'd bring a lot and they did, you just can't do it. So that was the first one, out of our hands. The second one, which is harsh to say it's in our hands, but why suddenly getting mixed up in these things, I don't know. And I bet he wishes he wasn't either. But again, Josh Coburn, he flung himself, to be fair, at that cross which came in. And how, again, he didn't just make the net bulge, I do not know. Instead, the ball hit the post. It hit the bar. To be fair, he had a defender in close attendance. But it hit the post, it hit the bar, and somehow it just came out again. Now, at that point, it was 1-0 and the entire game changes. But no, it stayed 1-0. And Middlesbrough, they looked a good side. Rob Edwards clearly, I think, does know what he's doing there. And once they scored the second, then they managed the game out superbly. Not superbly from our point of view. It was downright frustrating and annoying. But from their point of view, yeah, obviously they did the right thing. What you would expect a Wall side to do. Before that, we could have been 1-0 up. There was a header in the first half, which I couldn't... Was it Negri who had it? He maybe should have done better and it went wide. And also Casper Denore had a shot cleared off the line. How that didn't go in, I'll never know. But again, it was fine margins. I mean, we were not playing that bad football. We were passing the ball well. We were moving well. We were making space again. But that old problem came back to haunt us again. We just don't get it done in the last third. We either don't get the ball in or we don't execute. And it's only the second game of the season in the league. But Alex, mate, you've got to correct that or it's going to cost us. I want to really say a lot more things. One thing I will say is please don't judge Stephen Bender on the last 2 performances. If you remember the last 2 or 3 keepers we've had here, well, with the exception of George Long, they've all needed time to bed in and they've become very good keepers. The lad who's done his cruise ship is a classic example of that. But he'll come good. And if not, Max is there as well. So, yeah, we'll be all right. They just need time, like we all do in new jobs. That's really all I can think of to say. As I say, it turned on 2 incidents. One was the fact that we had to kick towards the cold blow in the first half. And the second one's the one behind me, where you see poor old Josh, again, not hitting the target, but hitting one post, the old beans and toast, and the bar, and the ball somehow coming out again. That's our luck, that's Millwall, and now we've got a long, long week to come before we can do anything to put that right. And all we can contemplate is this just one slip up, or have we all again miscalculated the team, and is it going to be a struggle? Your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, you're going out anywhere tonight, have a good time. Please come home in one piece. I don't want to sound like your granddad, but I just mean it, please do. And I'll speak to you either Monday or Tuesday when I've possibly thought of something more positive from the game. But that's about all I can think of positive to say to you tonight, or constructive to say to you tonight anyway. Come on, you Lions. Things will get better again. It's Millwall land, remember. We never do it the easy way. Christian Slater.